Hi Gemini, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. Just wanted to let you know that I do have a Facebook group. It's called Tarot with Joanna. So if you would like to join, I'd be appreciative if you do. I also have, just wanted to let you guys know that I will be doing personal readings. So if you're interested in a personal reading, please message me or comment and I will get back to you. Okay, so let's get started with your reading, Gemini. See what's going on. All right, Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini spirit. Two cards for Gemini for the highest good. One more card. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So you do have Solitude. You have the card of Solitude. So really take the time to clear your energy, to really go within and just like declutter your mind, you know, stop overthinking, stop doing all that. Really take it one day at a time, you know, because you need to, okay? I feel like you just need to have that peace within you to find that solitude, that quiet time, okay, especially for your mind. You also have surrender to the journey, release control. So I feel like, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to control or you're trying to, you know, push through, trying to, like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to, you know, trying to prevent things from happening before they happen, or, you know, really just let go of it. Okay. Let go of the past, let go of your overthinking, let go of all that. Okay. Really let go of it, because stop trying to control, stop trying to like keep it to yourself, you know, like release that control, release what's taking over you, release the negative thoughts, release the doubts, release all that. Okay. Release why they left or did they did this to you, release all that. Okay. Because you need to. Try your hardest to do that. All right, so let's see what's going on. Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Oh, what is that? Oh, scared me there for a minute. I was like, what is that? All right, here we go. One for the current. Wow. One for the situation. The reason I say wow is because everybody's had this Fool card every single reading that I have done. It's crazy. One for the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. Okay. And the outcome. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So, let's see if you can see it all there. There you go. And the end of the card, you have the Star card. Wanting to feel better, keeping your faith, keeping your hope, rejuvenating yourself, really keeping your emotions balanced. I feel like you need to really think positive in everything. Remember, you create the world that you live in, you guys, okay? Remember that. Let me see if I could get these cards in here. All right, here we go. All right, so you start off with the Fool card. The Fool card is talking about, you know, a new cycle coming in, a new path. I feel like no matter what happens, you know, you still think positive of everything that's going on in your life. But there is a new path here, a new cycle. I feel with the Nine of Pentacles here that that you really need to start working on yourself, you know, on how you're doing things. You know, you're very independent. Trust yourself, you know, really live in the moment and start focusing on what you want to create. Put your energy into something else, like other than overthinking and you know, what it is that you're holding on to. I feel like you just need to really start doing something different so you could put your energy into it, like trying to keep yourself busy instead of really thinking about a lot of things that are going on. You do have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is talking about that you're leaving something behind, going to better times. You know, it's done, it's over with, you know, no more, you know, you're tired. I feel like it's now. I feel like, you know, you really want to just leave it all behind. Wow. And then you have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is talking about, is really talking about that, you know, there could be some kind of betrayal around you, or you could be doing some kind of betrayal here. But I feel like, you know, you need to start being honest with yourself also. You know, maybe you're keeping quiet about things that have happened in the past and you're just not saying anything, you know, or maybe you're also misleading somebody to something, you know, maybe you're making them think something that isn't really true or something like that is coming in. So careful with that. Also too, if it's not you that is doing this, or, you know, really be careful, because that is a card of betrayal. You have the Four of Swords here, the Four of Swords for the hopes and fears, and you just want to rest. You know, you've been praying a lot. I feel like you've been praying a lot, and I feel like you're resting. You need to start resting and taking it easy, okay? That it's done. Things have changed, so it's done. So it's time to just, you know, catch up on your rest and sleep. You have the Queen of Swords here. I feel with the Queen of Swords, you really need to start speaking what you're thinking about. You know, really put it out there. Speak your truth about the things that you're going through. You're very strong-willed, very blunt, but you know, you don't really talk about a lot of things. You try to hold back a lot. They're asking you to really speak the truth. Really watch what you say. Also, I feel like you really need to be careful on how you're saying things. You know, really, then try not to be harsh, not to be harsh on your words. You know, with your words. Oh, and then you have the World card here. The World card is talking about that, you know, there's, you know, really look at the new things that are coming in, you know, try to go with the change, that everything's that is going with the change, you know, try to go with the change, okay? Because there is a new fresh start here, and they're asking you to try different things, new experiences, you know, because it's good. You need to. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles for the outcome, which is a very nice card. The Ace of Pentacles is talking about, you know, maybe finances coming in, or opportunities to get your finances going, or new projects. I do feel like there is a new beginning here, because that is the full card that you started off with. So it's beautiful. Good for you. Good for you, Gemini. All right. So let us continue, Gemini. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. All right. Here we go, Gemini. Why is the full card here for Gemini? Wow. All right. So, you know, you do have the full card here, and there is a, you know, there is a new path here. So, you know, really, really take this new path, okay? That, you know, even though things haven't been the way you wanted them to come out to, still, this is a new path. This is a fresh start, you know, use it, take it, you know, live in the moment, you guys, really live in the moment. I feel like okay, so you do have the Devil card here and the Five of Cups here. The Five of Cups and the Devil card is telling me that there is definitely a lot of regret. You know, you have a lot of regret. You know, maybe there's like a lot of things that you're holding on to, whatever it is. You know, maybe you're not able to let go of a lot. You know, they're asking you to look at the good and not the bad. You know, maybe there's something there that didn't turn out the way you wanted to. You know, whatever it is, you know, you need to try to let that go, okay? Because you do have the Five of Cups here, but you also are missing out on these two cups that are here. The two cups that are left standing. You know, there's opportunity there. There's fun times there. There's happiness, but yet you're still so focused on the ones that have fallen. And they're asking you to really leave that behind, to leave that regret behind. You also have the Devil card, and the Devil card is saying that, you know, the reason you stay here is because you're feeling stuck. You know, there are times when you feel stuck because you can't let go of the past. You can't let go of the things that have happened, Gemini. And they're asking you to try to let that go. It's like, you know, Because the devil card comes and the devil's saying, you know, I got you. I got you. I'm not going to let you go. I'm not gonna let you get loose. You know, I'm gonna keep putting it in your mind, keep doing this and replaying it. But it's up to you to really try to let that go, okay? And that's why they're asking you to go within, to surrender everything that has been happening, that has happened, that to try to live in this moment, okay? Because you need to. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. And why is the Nine of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. So with the Nine of Pentacles here, I do feel with the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, you know, you're very independent. You know how to do things on your own, you know. But you're, like I said, you know, you need to start putting your energy into something different. You know, something you want to, you need to be in a more positive environment or do something, you know, that's going to make you happy, you know, and not just stay in the same place that you're at. I feel like a lot of times that you're not seeing things clearly with the moon, you know, that because it's here, you know, it might cloud you because we do have a full moon here and we're coming up on another new moon very soon. But with the moon here, maybe you're feeling like, you want to do this or you want to go there, you want to go and do all kinds of things, right? But there's just something that keeps you from doing it. And that's you being in the same place. Like maybe you're in an environment that's not healthy for you. Maybe you're in an environment that, you know, there's just so many negative people around you that, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, or look at this, look at that, you know, or how come, you know, we can't do it, or how come this never works, and how come you didn't do it? How come you didn't do this? You know, and there's just so much negative in there. You know, we're never going to happen. That's not going to do this, you know, stuff like that. And you really need to get away from that energy, because it makes you not see clearly. It makes you not see things the way you want to. You have these cards here, and they're asking you to really go within, like really clear that energy, really go for walks outside, listen to some vibrational music, you know, talk to God, pray, whatever it is, but do it, because there is something here that you are holding on to so dearly that you just don't let go of it, you know. And then you also have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is talking about feeling stuck, you know, and that's the same thing that you're doing here with the Five of Cups. You know, maybe you're feeling stuck, maybe you're feeling like, you know, you can't move forward, but, you know, there's a lot of things that you just don't want to deal with. You know, there's truth here that you don't want to see. There's truth here that you don't want to bring up anymore. There's things that you need to say that you don't want to, you know. Maybe there's also times where you just don't know what to do. Wow. And then you have the the past or now, and I do feel like this is going to happen very soon now. I do feel like you're going to walk away from a lot of things because you're tired. I feel like you're very frustrated. I feel like things have changed a lot, you know. But you know, it's a huge thing. It is a huge thing when you can't move forward. You know, you yourself are stuck in that place where you have that regret, where you're feeling like, you know, everything's coming down on you, like you're being pulled in different directions. And the thing is that you need just to walk away, leave it behind and walk away, you know, because you can, and you have free will to do that, you know. Wow. But I do feel like this is going to happen very soon, the walking away. You have the Seven of Swords here. And why is the Seven of Swords here for? What's hidden? Wow. All right. So, like I said, with the Seven of Swords, you know, there could be some kind of betrayal around you, or you could be doing the betrayal. They're asking you to also, like, I'm getting also, I don't know who this is for, but really be honest with everything that you're doing with yourself, how you're feeling, what makes you the way you're doing things, what's bringing up these emotions, you know. Really be honest with yourself, you know. I feel like you're not, at times, there's a lot of times that you just don't really care about anything, and you just stay there, like in the same place. Wow. They're asking you to change the way you're seeing things, change the way you see. Because look at this lady, you know, this is the Judgment card. And in the Judgment card, we always get second chances. This is like the card of second chances, right? We wake up and we do things differently. We're not doing things the same like we used to. We're not going over there and doing the same pattern all the time, because things have changed and we know they have changed. But you yourself have to change also. And it's like they're asking you to open your eyes. They're asking you to like look, look, look at what's going on. You feel stuck. You feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. You feel that regret. Why? Ask yourself, what is it that you can change? Okay. And then you have the Six of Pentacles here. Six of Pentacles is saying that, maybe maybe you're helping other people, maybe that's what's keeping you stuck, or maybe you're afraid that the finances are going to run out, or maybe there's something about finances here. And I feel like things are going to change, especially with these finances, because it's like you're very worried about it. If you believe that everything's going to work out, it will work out. Okay. But you need to try to change your mindset with that. I feel like also too that somebody could be giving you something. Somebody could be coming in to be giving something. And I feel like you could be moving it forward, paying it forward for some of you guys. You have the Four of Swords down here in the hopes and fears. Oh, okay. Thank you. So, all right. So you do have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about resting, taking it easy. Like really start resting, you guys. Start taking it easy. Remember, you're not made out of a machine. You're not RoboCop. That's the 80s, you guys. Really take care of yourself. Okay. Really rest when you need to. These emotions that you're going through, that you're feeling, it's a lot. It impacts you a lot, physically and emotionally. So you have to really take care of yourself. You do have the Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is talking about, reviewing your next step, really looking at what you're looking at everything, you're trying to figure out your next step. If you're having enough, you're going to have enough, they want you to have patience, start saving money when you can, if you can, but I feel like you're going to be okay. I feel like you're just like trying to figure out what it is that you're going to do next, what it is that you want to do. Because you're looking at everything. It's almost as if you're going through a huge transformation. And I feel like you are. I feel like because you have that Judgment card there, and it's about second chances. You do have the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands is talking about, something new, something exciting. Maybe this is what you want. Maybe you need to have optimism to believe that things are going to change and fall into the place where you want them to be. Really have patience for everything, you guys. Remember, it's in divine timing. Maybe you need to explore different avenues, because that's what they're asking you to do. Like, try to do something different. Be spontaneous, live life, savor the moment, live in the moment. Stop, overthinking or trying to think everything, because you're in your mind a lot here. You have the Queen of Swords. And why is the Queen of Swords here for Gemini? One more card. Wow. Alrighty. Wow. So you are the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords is talking about that, you're very, very strong-willed, and you are. Gemini, you are. But what the thing is that, they're asking you to speak your truth and not to be afraid of being yourself. Like, if you can't do it anymore, if you're tired, then say you're tired. Because I feel like, you're trying to do everything. I feel like you're juggling everything. I feel like you're very tired, like you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, when you really clearly don't need to. There are other people that need to do it also. And I feel like you don't have to do it, that you just need to take your time and do what you want to do. I feel like there is a decision that you're about to contemplate very soon. You do have the Page of Swords here. They're asking you to express yourself clearly, don't use harsh words when you're trying to explain something or communicate anything. Really communicate good, better, don't, like I said, be careful on how you're communicating with people. It's okay to speak your truth, but really, be careful on how you're speaking also. Try not to jump into anything also. I feel like there's messages coming in for you. And I feel like, new things are coming in if you want them to come in. You know, believe and they will come in, because there's new things here. You're on a new path. Things are going to change, and they're asking you to go with it. The World. Why is the World card here for Gemini? Wow. Wow. Alrighty. So with the World card here, you know, there is a new beginning here. There is that new path here, right? There's that new beginning, the new path. You know, you've done a lot. You've achieved a lot in this time. You know, you've done a lot. You've been through a lot. You know, now it's time to move forward. Okay, it is. It really is, and it's here. It's time to move forward. The cycle is here. With the Six of Swords here, Six of Swords says that they want you to leave this negative behind, because you do have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles is talking about, like, you know, feeling down, feeling disappointed, feeling depressed. You know, feeling like you're gonna lack everything, like you're not gonna have enough for this, you're not gonna have enough for that. You know, I feel like also too, you know, you're trying very hard, like, you know, you want to move forward, but it's like your emotions are not letting you. They get in the way, you know, because all of a sudden you get angry and you start rethinking about everything that's going on that has to happen. And they're asking you to let that go, to try to let it go, to leave that behind. Okay, because you don't need that. This is what's keeping you behind. This Five of Pentacles, how you're feeling, this regret, this feeling stuck, this is what's pushing you. It's keeping you in the same place. That's why they're asking you to go within. Wow. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles here. And why is the Ace of Pentacles here? That is another new beginning here that's here. It's all here. It's going to come through, you guys. It is. Really nurture yourself, you guys. I feel like you've been very emotional. Been feeling, you know, like I said, you're going through a healing here. So really take care of yourself. Really be careful of yourself. Have compassion for yourself, you guys. Have forgiveness for yourself, you know. Really take care of yourself, okay? Because there are new things here. You know, there's abundance. There's a new path. You are on the right path that you're supposed to be on. There's opportunities here. You know, there's creativity here also. But, you know, take care of yourself. Forgive yourself. You know, leave that regret, leave that disappointment behind, okay? Have compassion for yourself. Love yourself. Forgiveness. Have forgiveness for whoever it is that has hurt you or has done something to you. Just have it. Let them forgive them. Okay. Wow. All right. So Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.